We just got a big endorsement from a very powerful person for monthly checks, otherwise known as universal basic income or guaranteed basic income. I have all the details in this video, so let's get into it right away. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, welcome to the channel, and please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I am back every single day to keep you updated with all of this information, just like what I'm about to share with you in this video. Not only that, I am here as your daily advocate to help out anybody in this community, as well as do everything we possibly can to reach out to Congress and anybody of influence to continue to remind them that low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries need additional stimulus checks, as well as permanent raises to benefits like Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB, and any other kinds of stimulus provisions that we can get to help out the low and fixed income. So if you like the sound of that, make sure to subscribe right down below the video. Again, totally free to do so. And please feel free to share this video or any other videos here on the channel with your friends, family, and social media. Thank you. I truly appreciate you. And just remember, I am here on your team every single day doing whatever I can to help you out through this time. All right, thanks again. I really appreciate it. Let's talk through this. So if you've been watching my videos or following this channel for any length of time now, you know that we've talked a lot about monthly checks, universal basic income, and guaranteed basic income. In fact, this is something that I've been talking about for over a year now. I've been saying for over a year, watch this very, very closely. We will be getting universal basic income, otherwise known as guaranteed basic income, or monthly checks on an ongoing basis at some time sooner than later. Well, over the last year and a half or so, we've seen numerous of these different universal basic income programs and or guaranteed basic income programs popping up all over the country in these pilot programs. In fact, just about a month ago or so, I was out with a video talking about this new release from Representative Ilhan Omar to implement a nationwide guaranteed basic income program focused on low-income individuals that would send out $1,200 checks every single month for anybody earning under $75,000. Remember that one? I have some dedicated videos talking about that. By the way, I will link that down below at the top of the comment section in a pinned comment if you just want to see that video. There's a lot of good information in that right there, so I will link that down below for you. But here's the thing. I continue to say this, watch this stuff very closely because it is coming. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, or whether you agree or disagree, here's the thing. Universal basic income or these monthly checks for low-income people will be coming. They are very popular right now, and it's like the new hot thing floating around out there in the world right now, sending out monthly payments to lower-income individuals. Not such a bad thing, right? I mean, let's be real. During this time right now, a lot of people need additional benefits and or monthly payments, something like this. As we continue to say, we want to do whatever we can to get permanent raises to benefits, like what I mentioned earlier in the video, Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB, things like this. Well, maybe if you don't happen to get a permanent raise on your benefits, which there's actually other proposals out there to raise these benefits. We can talk about that in a separate video. But if those, for some reason, don't actually happen, if you just so happen to get a monthly check called something like UBI, GBI, a monthly stimulus check, something like that, and ultimately it got you a few more $100 or $500, $1,000 each and every month, I mean, at the end of the day, does it really matter what it's called, right? All you need is more money, whether it comes in the form of raised benefits or a monthly stimulus check or UBI or GBI. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter what the name is or how it comes. You just need more money, right? That's all that really matters. However, these programs just got a major, huge announcement and endorsement from a very, very powerful person. Maybe you heard about this. This just came out yesterday afternoon. So you might have heard of this person, Elon Musk. He is one of the world's richest people. He's actually the CEO of Tesla. Yeah, Tesla, you know that one? Yeah, Elon Musk. Exactly. He has a net worth of about $200 billion. Which, side note, $200 billion? Feel free to write that out for a minute so you can actually see what that looks like. It's a lot of zeros. It's 200 followed by 3 commas and sets of zeros. That's a lot of money. Really quickly, Just out of curiosity, if you had $200 billion, what would you buy? Before I started filming this video, I started writing that down and looking at it, and I was like, wow, that would be really fun, wouldn't it? I mean, seriously, there's like no end to what you could buy for the most part. You could buy like a lot of stuff with $200 billion. Anyway, stick your comment down below. Let me know what you would buy for $200 billion. I'm just really curious to see the answers that will come in on that. So anyway, Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, one of the world's richest people, a contender of Jeff Bezos and a couple other guys, but there's only a few people that have a net worth of $200 billion. I mean, like 3 people, seriously. So yeah, he has just come out in a statement saying that he endorses UBI, Universal Basic Income, otherwise known as monthly checks for lower income people, or just straight up monthly checks for everybody across the entire country. Now you might be wondering, why would the world's richest person with a net worth of $200 billion or thereabout, it changes about a couple $1 billion a day, side note, how cool would that be, right? Earning a couple $100 billion a day, I don't know, that'd be pretty sweet. Or not 100 billion, a couple $1 billion a day, I don't know. Either way, it'd still be really cool, right? So anyway, why would he endorse universal basic income? The reason is, he's basically saying that in the future, physical labor will be optional. In other words, they are creating robots right now and artificial intelligence that is going to take over industries where labor jobs and like humans are no longer needed because it can be replaced by a robot. A lot of things are becoming automated right now. Robots are taking over, machines are taking over, therefore it's taking over the jobs of people. Therefore, we don't really need people anymore in certain industries and jobs if we have all these robots that are running the show. You know what I mean? So basically, Elon Musk is saying in the future, these physical jobs like this is going to be completely optional. We won't really need people because we can have robots that work 24/7, 365, and guess what? You don't need to pay them. They can just work on electricity or however they operate. They are working all day, every day of the year. There's no holidays. There's no time to go home and rest and time off and vacations and injuries, things like this. There's none of that. Robots just work 100% of the time, and you don't need to pay for health care and, all the employment, the taxes, and all the wages and all this stuff. I mean, realistically, I'm not going either way. I'm just saying this is like the reality of the future. So these huge corporations and big business and things like this are looking at robots and machines, and they're looking at the situation saying, this would be efficient. A robot is very expensive. The upfront cost of a robot is very expensive, but this thing will work for us forever, and we never need to pay the thing. How cool would that be? I mean, seriously. But at the same time, unfortunately, a lot of people, millions of people are going to be displaced as a result of this. But here's one thing that we have to think about as well. We also need to recognize there's a lot of new industries that are opening up right now. This is nothing new. There's a lot of new industries that are constantly opening. So as we evolve as humans and we continue to open up more more industries and more places in the economy, ultimately there's going to be more industries that pop up all over the place and more people will be needed as a result. So we are constantly evolving our economy and our efficiencies, things like this. So yes, people may be replaced in some industries, but yet our economy continues to evolve so that we'll have more job openings in other places around the world. Well, around the country and around all these other industries that are, popping up all over the place right now. So that's kind of one other thing right now that's going on. But again, machines ultimately are taking over a lot of different things. But ultimately, there are some things that absolutely machines and robots cannot take over, right? So we still will need humans for a lot of different things. But it's some of those labor jobs that Elon was alluding to, basically saying, it's just more efficient to just get a robot to do this. We can just automate everything. We don't really need humans there. We might need one human on site to oversee the whole operation of all these robots operating. But for the most part, you don't need a crew of 10 people. You just need basically 5 robots and 1 person to oversee the whole thing. Maybe not even 1 person. You know what I mean? You could probably even do that remotely. Somebody remotely could sit on a computer and watch their machines work all day or whatever. You know what I mean? So you could even have 1 person overseeing multiple different crews of robots simultaneously working. So there's a lot of different things that are going on right now. In fact, there's a bunch of automated systems. In fact, even McDonald's in Illinois or Chicago is running this pilot program right now, working with machines like robots that are running the show right now with automated drive-through systems. So, I mean, seriously, how many people would that be displacing as a result of that, right? So yeah, I mean, all of us love going through the drive-through window, right? And you connect with the people there, you pay, and then you get to get your food and ask for sauce and, all that other stuff. I don't know. Kind of fun, right? But who knows? Either way, this is a huge, huge endorsement from Elon Musk endorsing the idea of universal basic income. Now remember, universal basic income, guaranteed basic income, and or monthly checks are basically the same thing. Even though they all have different names, they are a very slight difference between them, but for the most part, it's pretty much the exact same thing. Monthly checks going out to specified groups of people for periods of time. In some cases, indefinitely, meaning forever, right? So anyway, this is a huge endorsement. I would say continue watching UBI, GBI, and monthly checks going forward very, very closely. This is something we're going to continue to see pop up time and time again. In fact, literally every single week I am out with you, giving you the latest updates on the latest GBI programs, guaranteed basic income programs, that have popped up all around the country. In fact, I believe this week I announced maybe 3 more programs that just popped up this week alone. So, I will continue watching this very closely for you. I will let you know what's going on with this, but I would say this is a huge, huge step forward when it comes to UBI, GBI, and monthly checks focused on low income, or let's just say everybody, right? It could encompass everybody across the board. So I'll keep you updated, but this is another huge step forward, and we already have all those other programs on the table currently right now as we speak when it comes to all these programs. So yeah, literally, it is coming. Yeah, seriously. Checks are coming. Monthly checks are coming at some point, and we're already seeing them across the board for many different groups, localities, cities, counties, all of these different things popping up right now. Seriously, it's only a matter of time until we get it on a nationwide level, and I honestly don't think that is all that far away. So, I'll keep you updated. Make sure to subscribe right down below the video. Totally free to do so. Share this video with your friends, family, social media. Go back and check out any of my other 1,400 plus videos right here on the channel, and of course, subscribe right down below, share the videos, and check all the other ones out. So thanks again. I appreciate it, and I will see you again later in the next